All right, that was Leonardo Feldman reporting. Our next guest, also a big supporter of National Police Week, tweeting this out, quote, "Our men and women in blue lead in crisis, are often the first to respond, and often risk their own lives to protect others. Thank you for all that you do." National Police Week taking place during a week where gas prices, by the way, nationwide have hit back-to-back record highs over the last 2 days. The national price for a gallon of gas right now, take a look at your screens, $4.40 a gallon. That is a 29-cent jump from where it was 1 month ago, and an 8-cent jump from where it was on Monday. It's only Wednesday. For more, let's welcome in the vice-ranking member of the House Armed Services Committee, Virginia Congressman Rob Wittman, back with us. Congressman, great to see you. Unbelievable stuff hearing from the president yesterday. We're waiting for the updated inflation numbers. They'll literally be out at any moment. They might come out while we're speaking. But yesterday, Joe Biden made a speech about inflation and blamed Republicans for record high inflation. What do you make of that? The president not offering a single solution.
Well, Rob, it's ironic and laughable that the president would blame Republicans when he controls the White House, when Democrats control the House and Senate. They are in full control of the destiny that we are on, and it's their policies that have placed us in this spot. High energy prices are due to an anti-American energy agenda where they've essentially stopped new domestic energy production. Massive amounts of federal spending that have added to inflation. Even Larry Summer, the Obama-era Treasury Secretary, said as much. And massive increases in federal regulations. All of those things, by their own doing, have led to this. And as I said, it's laughable that they blame Republicans for this.
Yeah, no solutions yesterday. We do have some updated news on those inflation numbers. The CPI just releasing those. The April inflation numbers now put inflation at 8.3%. So it was 8.5% yesterday. Now it's fallen just a little bit to 8.3%. Still a 40-year high, still something we haven't seen since early in Ronald Reagan's first term. Congressman, your reaction to that, and do you think this is reason for the Biden administration to celebrate?
No, I think there's no reason to celebrate on this. In fact, if anything, they ought to be ashamed of their policies. And really be mindful of the impact that this has on working families. This rate of inflation erodes families' ability just to do the things they need to do on a daily basis. If you look at the additional cost to a family budget, it's over $5,000 a year, Rob. Yeah. For many families, that's incredibly harmful.
Again, on Election Day 2020, inflation was at 1.4%. So it gives you an idea where we are now, 8.3%. Congressman, I've been waiting for a poll like this since we saw that leak at the Supreme Court of that draft decision last Monday. So 9 days ago, we still have no idea who the leaker is. But there's been a lot of speculation about how this will affect the midterm elections 5.5 months from today. A CNN voter enthusiasm poll just came out. 52% of voters lean extremely Republican, 40% lean extremely Democratic. So a 12-point disparity between the two. Again, this poll was conducted after the leak. What does that tell you?
Well, what it tells us is that people are focused on these everyday issues like inflation, like the crisis at the border, like our national security. People want action. They want things to be done. They don't want continued massive regulation increases. They don't want to see these energy prices continue to increase. They don't want to see chaos at the border. They want us to be on track to get our nation where it needs to be. And they know what's wrong. And they are looking at the efforts by the Democrats and say that's the wrong direction. They look at Republicans and say, you all need to take the right direction. And we have an opportunity to do that.
Congressman, just about 15 seconds. The House passing the largest foreign aid package in the last 20 years for Ukraine, almost $40 billion. Last night, about 2/3 of the GOP voting for this measure. When do you think the Senate will get this and vote on this?
Well, hopefully very soon, within the next day or so. It needs to get passed. It's not just about aid to Ukraine, both military and humanitarian, but it's also about restocking our stockpiles of weapons. That's incredibly important.
Very important. About $8 billion allocated for that in this package. Congressman, thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it. Good to see you again.
Thanks so much, Rob. Great to see you.
Congressman Rob Wittman joining us.